Hey guys.
This is my webcam, so I don't know.
This is something a little different.
This is a little different. This is my webcam, so I don't know if the quality is like going to be or not.
Well, I think with the table shaking, I don't know.
Oh yeah, the table shakes, huh?
Because when you do that, see?
Well, we'll see. I don't want to start on the little head, but there you can see the little head. So we're going to do some painting today.
We are making Grinches.
Lots
of
Grinches.
Lexi is making Grinches because this is her specialty, not mine.
I'm like super particular about...
I'm here for moral support.
She's here to chat it up with me.
And I'm here to like be the assistant, like scalpel,
You're also
sponge, tweeze it.
You're also working on a baby. It's not just...
No, this is payment because she's going to be doing my little one.
I'm going to tell you guys, this green, it's just like the blue. It's for serious, and the first several layers look a little bit crappy. I'm just going to warn you. They look like the baby got into the moss or the swamp or something.
Or like rolled around in freshly cut grass. Yeah,
it gets very uneven, but it evens out eventually. The first few layers are like, ugh. I hate looking at them, but you just got to get past it, man. Just got to get past it.
This is a rare moment, guys.
What?
So watching the artist at work.
Oh, you watch me all the time.
I feel like I'm watching wildlife right now. Like I'm laying in the field in the tall grass with the binoculars, with the camouflage binoculars.
Super secret.
Shh! Do not let it know that you are here.
Whatever.
It is the spooky face in her natural habitat.
It's weird because I've never painted on camera before.
Yeah. Like
actually painted. It's a little bit strange.
I think that green's looking bomb so far.
Well, let's hope it stays that way. I mean, I suppose everyone is a little different, but I try to make my color mix the same.
Yeah. She's like a scientist, okay? I was sitting over here and she's like, I need a little bit of phthalo green. And I'm like, what?
It's gotta be right, man.
You know the light green? Oh, okay.
She's like, I put some green over there already. I'm like, no, it's not the right one. I gotta have 3 different greens.
See, I was
nice. A couple different yellows.
I was nice and I set up the little workstation today and then I gave her a tour of her amenities. Like an episode of House Hunters.
She cleaned all the stuff for me while I was making my Krampus video.
And here, over here in this area, we have your spacious bowl array.
Oh, I should show them my bowls. Okay, hang on. Hang on before I lose that thought. I gotta pounce this green.
So I showed her all of her amenities, and she was pleased. So she rented the space.
I rented the space. It's like House Hunters.
Yeah.
It had all of my top 5 necessary things, so...
We have the dog out on the patio, because we don't like for him to breathe the fumes.
He gets sick. He'll, like, throw up and stuff.
Yeah, so we learned that the first time, so now we don't have him around the painting anymore.
I felt so bad, because, like...
Well, I think it was one that we had stripped.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why, but still, we're overcautious now.
And that is horrible if you guys have ever stripped a kit.
So I put his little toy out there with him, but he still looks bored.
So let me show them my bowls.
All right.
I got these bowls from Walmart, okay? They're supposed to be, like, measuring cup things.
They're ceramic, and they're really pretty.
But they're so pretty. So there's one over there. Does that have stuff in it, the one over there?
Yep. It does.
She's using my other one, even though I told her they were mine. Anyways.
She's obsessive about these bowls. She's like, no, you gotta wipe them out.
I love these bowls. I don't want them to get, like...
gunky.
Yeah.
But they're ceramic, so they're not gonna, like, stain or anything.
Here's the thing, you guys. Artists are messy people. I'm just gonna be real with you. We're messy people. It's just the way it is.
I'm a messy person just in my real life.
The rest of my house is pretty clean, but my workspace is, like... Whoa. And I was really self-conscious for a long time about showing that. And then I saw that every other artist workspace is like that. And I was like, I guess that's normal.
Got like 15 cosmetic sponges lying around.
Don't touch that one. I need that one.
Which one? I wiped my stuff on it.
Andy's very good, though, because he's an artist, too. He paints with oil paints and acrylics and stuff. And so he knows not to throw anything away because I might have a special... sponge for some special thing, so he just kind of... Except
for that one time that he threw away the whole bag of sponges.
He accidentally threw away an entire bag of new sponges. It was,
into the garbage.
Pretty rad.
So we could not use it.
To be fair, in his defense, it was in the grocery bag still.
Yeah.
So he probably just picked it up, and they're really light. He probably didn't realize there was anything in there. But yeah, we were
anyways,
like, dude.
we got some new sponges because we weren't going to use those after they were in the garbage.
Yeah.
So we went and got some new sponges, and then we were cool.
That was a little delay for the day, but at least my husband takes out the garbage, you know?
Yeah, but now he's like, is this sponge garbage?
Is this a garbage sponge?
Is this a garbage sponge?
A regular good sponge. I keep forgetting to put, to get down in the camera, because I'm used to painting up higher.
Get down in it.
Get down. It looks a little bit like the Hulk right now.
Get down on it.
But I still haven't decided which one is going to be the boy and which one is the girl. And someone actually left a comment on YouTube this morning that they're interested in one of these. So I guess if they end up buying one, then that will be up to them.
Yeah.
But
to me, I think that the Ireland would be the funniest as a girl.
Because of the big eyes?
Yeah, and it has the smaller head.
Yeah.
You know? I think that would be funny. The other one to me is a little bit bigger.
The other one is a little boyish, I think.
Yeah.
It's a little bit... It's got a little bit more of a grump face. I don't know why that makes it boyish. I guess that was a sexist comment. I don't know. I see boy in that one, but...
So who's excited for the Krampus? Everyone by now has watched Lexi's video.
So excited.
It's
I've been wanting to do this
so
for the past
awesome.
year. In fact, I actually announced it last winter in February.
But we never got around to it.
Well, I announced I was going to make it this Christmas.
Yeah.
And so now I'm excited.
Are you going to tell everyone what kit? Or are you going to keep it a surprise?
No, it's a surprise.
Okay.
It's a surprise because I haven't even decided which kit yet.
Oh, it's a surprise to you too.
I mean, it really... I don't want to say it's not going to matter because there are certain features that I am looking for this, but there's going to be heavy sculpturing going on for that particular character, so the face itself I don't think is going to matter that much, but yeah, I'll decide here. I have to decide in the next couple weeks so I can get started on it.
Yeah, you'll basically have to choose a kit that has good hands and feet for it.
So I don't know if you guys can see, probably not. Can't see that it's Grinchy yet. But it is green.
We've never done anything on the webcam. We're used to doing everything with the good phone.
The only video I've ever shot on the webcam is actually my Q&A video, and it's such horrible quality. I was kind of shocked. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad quality. I watched that video.
It is if you go and look at my other videos. I was kind of like...
What made you do that one on the webcam?
I don't remember. I think because I didn't have a tripod at the time for I kept trying to set up my phone and it kept falling over. And so I was like, all right, well, I know I have a webcam that I've never used except a couple times for Skype. So I'm like, I'm going to do that. And yeah, the quality was bad. bad. This is such a perfect Grinchy face. I can't believe I hadn't done this yet.
I know, right?
I did do
you
the caterpillar.
You did do a caterpillar with that.
This is a good caterpillar face, too.
It is. That caterpillar was cute.
I shouldn't have sold my caterpillar.
You can make another one.
I did 2 of them. I did one out of the Page kit. Oh, there's my husband. And one out of the Ireland kit. That was my first ever giveaway on my channel. It's a caterpillar.
Was it?
Yeah.
Ah.
The first one. That was a planned giveaway, and then I ended up selling my caterpillar. But
what was his name? Your caterpillar?
Absalom.
Absalom, that's right.
Because that's the name.
Yeah.
That's the name of the character.
See, that's a great color that you have going there.
I should have done... I've always wanted to do more Alice in Wonderland characters because I love that story. So I eventually am going to get around to it. I actually have a Sphinx kit that I'm going to make an evil Alice in Wonderland cat out of.
Yeah, you've had that since I moved here.
I've had that forever.
Yeah,
I'm
since
so
I met
bad.
You've had that.
This is what happens when you have ADHD, you guys.
This is like 3 years, guys. She's had this Sphinx cat kit.
I have ideas, but I end up having too many at a time, or I want to do too many things at a time.
It's the ADD.
It's the ADHD. It's a real thing, you guys. It's a real thing. But I feel bad saying this, but I do still plan on doing that eventually. And she's probably like, whatever.
No, you know what this tells me? Is that now you're going to want to do it like tomorrow.
Now that I've said it. No, I have too much on my plate for Christmas. I got too much going on. But I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to keep that Krampus that I'm making or not. I tend to like to keep the first of something that I've done. Did I just paint the back of his head?
You did. But luckily you painted it with the brush.
Did I really?
Yeah,
I did.
You did.
Whoop.
This is how we roll, guys. This is
This is how we do it. That's all I'm going to sing. You guys don't need to hear me sing. Anyway, I will film some more when it gets a little bit more
This is just the first layer.
Grinchy.
We should do a whole, like, Grinch making process.
We should. I don't really want to do a Grinch tutorial, though.
No.
That doesn't really sound like something I want to do.
It don't
I
sound
had to
like
figure
fun.
out how to make my own Grinch. Y'all got to figure out how to make your own Grinch. So, give me that headstand, if you will.
There
This is
you
a cool
are.
thing my friend Kyle made, and he sells them, so if you guys are interested in that.
Didn't
Because-
Andy design that, though? He made you one.
Andy did a long time ago, but these work really well. There you can see the green a little bit. They work really well because some heads are, like Tibby heads in particular, are very unstable in the oven. They
They
don't want
won't
to stay
stand
up.
up at all.
And so, yeah, these work really well. So if you guys want one, I know where to get them. But anyways.
And those can go right in the oven with the head on.
Yeah,
it.
they go
It's
right in the
great.
oven.
They don't
They're
get too hot.
way
It's
awesome. And they have different size, like the
Dowels.
little, yeah,
The little stand thing.
that's the word.
Different sizes. Yep.
Anyways, I will paint some more. I will video some more when it's a little more grinchy.
I guarantee you guys will be painting some more.
Bye!
Bye!
Hey guys.
So we are back.
It's a little more grinchy now. This little one has a mommy, so I'm going to be painting her today.
She's been adopted.
She was sold already, so.
We still have an Ireland left, and we've ordered a couple more kits that we're going to also be making the Grinches, because why not?
Grinches are fun.
It's the season for the Grinch.
It's actually the season for Halloween, but it will be the season for the Grinch.
In our house, it's the season for the Grinch.
It becomes Grinchy real fast around here.
We're getting Grinchy with it.
Because I want to have enough time to, like, actually do them so people can have them for Christmas, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Grinch videos are the best.
Oops, that is not the brush that I want to use for that.
That's her special brush.
It's my special brush.
So she's using my special brush for her.
Hey,
grades.
I'm using the brush that you set up for me. So don't act all butthurt.
Don't worry, it's part of the amenities.
Don't act all butthurt. So as you can see, gosh, you can't really see on that camera. It's very much greener than it's showing on that camera. I will take some pictures and
We'll insert those pictures.
Yeah.
So
I
you guys
can't
can
believe
see.
it doesn't show up. I think it's just the lighting. It's really crappy or something. It's really bright.
You know, I think it's kind of like my phone. Like, it doesn't pick up colors as well. You know, they're kind of muted.
Yeah. It's showing up very bright. Like a very light green. Which
Just trust us. They're
it's getting grinchy.
Grinchy.
Can't believe I get to do a Grinch belly plate. That's so cool.
I know. I'm excited to see that.
A Grinchy belly. I think Grinches are my favorite thing to make.
Yeah, you don't get tired of them.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I really love Grinches. anyways. But you can't really make them the rest of the year. Although, the girl Grinch that I made for that woman on Instagram, I was like, well, do you want to have her closer to Christmas? And she's like, no, I love the Grinch all year. I'm like, all right.
She got the same kit as you, right?
Yeah, the girl. You can't get the one for the boy anymore that's the same as the Lolas, and that's really sad because that's such an awesome kit. I love that kit. So there's another little Grinchy arm. Don't fall.
It wants to.
It's misbehaving.
It's gonna.
It's already misbehaving. It is a Grinch after all. So what can you really expect?
Anyways, this is fun.
This is fun.
Chatting with you guys. It's like having a third person in the room.
Many third people.
It's always just you and me, but we still we talk to each other. I mean, we have the same conversation.
It's no different, believe me. We're the same goofy folks.
Except we're watching 48 Hours or 2020 or something like that, or Dr. Phil.
Yeah, see, we should be watching something Christmassy Grinchy.
No.
We should be watching The Grinch, but what we actually like to watch while we paint is Murder Mystery, 48 Hours, Forensic Files, Dr. Phil, just that's stuff that you can just zone out and listen to.
Yeah.
And every once in a while go, whoa, did you hear that?
Or I can't believe that he posted that picture on Facebook. That's how he got caught.
Exactly. It's so funny. Or we were watching this one the other day where these people were this woman disappeared and eventually they find out she's dead or whatever, which is very sad, but, we don't know these people. So I'm listening to it and they're like, oh, she was so nice and she was so naive. And I was like, I'm never going to be on a Forensic Files. I'm too hardcore. You're never going to hear, oh, Lexi was so naive and so nice and she just believed everything and she just disappeared.
No, I think you would be the opposite of the Forensic Files. They'd be like, we suspected Lexi.
We thought it was her. She makes those weird dolls.
We couldn't prove it, but
that's
there
right.
was no DNA evidence.
That's right. Because I'm slick like that, you guys. No.
She would have.
I mean, I am a nice person, but I'm not a naive, believe everything everybody says person. So it's like watching horror movies, okay, which are my favorite movies to watch. But there's always a really stupid person,
dude.
And it's always a girl. It's so sexist. It's always a girl that's the really dumb, retarded one. It's don't go in there. You don't know who's in there.
When I was manager at Big Lots, I have to tell you guys this because it ties in with the horror thing. And it's the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Ashira, okay? One of my coworkers, my associates, because I was manager, we were talking about horror movies. And she's like, yeah, on Halloween, that movie Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis. She's like, why is that? If I were in that town, I would call up Michael on the phone and be like, look.
I remember this story.
We're going to have Jamie Lee Curtis over here at the gymnasium. You come get her.
Just come and get her. We don't want no trouble.
Because he only wanted Jamie Lee Curtis, okay?
But then that wouldn't be a very good movie.
Yeah, but I'm saying if that were for real in the town, people would be like, look, we got Jamie Lee Curtis tied up. She can't go nowhere. You just come get her.
Just come right on over. We're going to look the other way. I mean, I love horror movies, and I guess there's always got to be one person who's really an idiot. But I like when they write the story so that the person still kind of tries to save themselves, and it just isn't possible, as opposed to, they had to do something really stupid that no one would do. Yeah. And that's what kills them. No one's going to do that.
Well, I would be that one on, did he just, stick his tongue out at the camera or something?
She went.
I would be that one character on the horror movie that dies first. I would always die first. Because I don't want to, be terrorized the whole movie. I want to just die and get it over with. Like, I would curl up in a ball, cover my eyes, and let someone have
No,
it
you
me
would
to
not,
death.
because we've talked about this, and I would not. She said this about a zombie apocalypse, too. She's like, I'm not running.
So, I said it, remember when we first met and we were first becoming friends, I told you, if I were in a Freddy Krueger movie, that I would just die. I would be the first to die. And you
No.
said, well, then I would come back, and it would be...
That's
It
right.
would be Lexi's Revenge, Freddy Part 17.
Yeah, that whole conversation's on Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would not let you die in a zombie apocalypse. I would fight them off for you and drag you behind me even though you've already decided to die. No, I'm like the frog. You ever see that cartoon with the pelican? I think it's a pelican. And the frog. And the pelican has swallowed the frog, but the frog's arms are like around its neck. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's like half swallowed. I don't give up, man.
Because you're choking the pelican.
Yeah. And it says never give up. That's how I am. I don't never give up. You gonna have to kill me.
I do. I'm all about giving up.
I'm the type to chase after the monster. I always have dreams like that. Like, my dreams are... I have lucid dreams, so I can control them most of the time. And they get to be, like, video games, where I get to act out these different stories. And a lot of times they're zombies, and a lot of times they're scary, but they're fun. I think they're fun.
No.
I think maybe I'm a little twisted, but I've always been like that. Even when I was a kid, I always had nightmares, what other people would call nightmares. I always had scary, quote-unquote, dreams. But maybe that's because I've been watching horror movies. I was watching horror movies with my dad as a little kid. I was watching Jaws as a little kid.
That's not really a horror movie.
Oh, yeah, it is, dude. Yes, it is.
Yeah, but you're afraid of sharks, though.
Where's the headstand?
What about that one? It's over there on that other kit. Okay.
Get it.
Get it.
My back is killing me today.
What was I saying?
You were talking about sharks and little kids.
Oh, no, you're
and
scared
how
of
it's
sharks.
not scary.
No, you're scared of sharks. You
Sharks
had a
are
dream-
scary, but...
You had a dream. That's like the only thing I've ever heard her say she was afraid of, but only in the ocean, if she was in the ocean.
When I was a kid, okay?
Wait, no, I wasn't done with my story. Tell them
Okay.
about the sharks with the bazooka gun arms.
Oh, that's my story.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
No, when I was a kid, I had a dream about a shark. And it got me in the dream. And I swear I could feel it. I could feel it. Like, it was so bizarre. And I remember, like, I don't know, I could feel that pain. I just think that's so
Really?
interesting that your body does that. Like, do you want to put your little man in the oven so I can have that? All these Grinchy lips. I love it.
They're so grinchy.
I love it.
They're so grinchy.
He says, don't tip me over, okay?
It's so grinchy.
It's so Grinchy. So here is the one that is not yet sold. So maybe you can see the difference in the two layers there, or maybe it's just because that one is wet. But they are quite green. I don't know why they're not showing up like that. That's so bizarre.
Is it your webcam?
I know my webcam sucks. I think it's also the window is right here.
Yeah.
So it's like very bright. And maybe it's reflecting off the fact that the paint is wet. I don't know. I'm not a like scientist type person. That's more M's territory, like particle physics and crap. But no, I was going to tell my bazooka shark dream.
Yeah, tell your bazooka to
This dream should have been a video game, and if it ever comes out to be a video game, I'm going to know that someone saw this video and they stole my dream. But I had this dream.
No one's going to make the bazooka shark video game.
It started out that I was in a plane, and the plane was going down. And that's how the dream started. It was just like, boom, chaos. And so we're in this plane, and it's going down, and we know it's going down. We don't know why. And we know that something bad is going on, like, on the planet, like, down there. Something bad is happening. And so we get down there, and we crash landed on a beach. And we survived the crash, but on the beach are these sharks, okay? But the sharks are standing up. It was like a wiener dog, okay? They walked like a wiener dog because they had these feet, these little feet, and they're like standing up. They pop up on these feet, on their back feet, and they have bazookas in their arms, okay? So they're sharks that can walk around outside of the water and also have bazookas, okay? So, wow, that's all I can say.
That is hilarious.
Many curse words, but I was on it. I figured it out. I figured out real quick, like, see, first I figured out, like, how to get away from them when they were walking, because when they're down, like, on all fours, and they're walking, they're kind of slow, and their head kind of goes back and forth, and they're, you know. And I was like, this is a joke. They don't go very fast. I'm not worried about that. And then they pop up with their bazookas, and I'm like, oh, no. This is worse than I thought.
Oh, that cracks me up.
So I told her and I told Andy, and Andy's like, you need to make a video game, Bazooka Shark.
Bazooka Shark.
It would be awesome. Everyone would buy Bazooka Shark, okay? You don't understand. Everyone. So I tweaked my green mix again this morning. I've tweaked it twice now. I like my Grinches kind of, a more yellowy green. I'm going to wipe my brush off. So I have to tweak it because I don't want it too yellow, but I don't want it like Elphaba green because that's more of a blue-green. So I try to tweak it as I go.
It's not witchy green. It's Grinchy green.
No, it's Grinchy green. Where's the other headstand at?
In the oven.
Oh,
with the other head.
crap. Nah. All right, well, let me push this over.
You know, this one will probably sit up on its own, and then you can just use that. I didn't have a problem with this one.
In the oven, you mean?
Yeah.
All right. He's going to stare at you guys. Stare you down.
Not that that's creepy or anything.
It's not. I love that kit.
He's like, hey, what's going on? What's up in there?
What's up? I'm using my brush to hold this limb because it's kind of short. When they're shorter, I'm sure a lot of artists do that. We've all sort of figured it out, I think, but it's just easier to paint it that way. It's going to be a struggle not to want to keep these Grinches.
Well, not a struggle not to keep the one that's already sold.
No. But
she
I just
wants
mean,
Ireland as a Grinch.
I kind of do, because it's such a perfect little face for it, but so is the one that I have, so. I'm excited this year, because I get to take both my Grinches to see Santa, and you're going to get to take yours.
Yep.
So we went to the baby store, you guys, I have to tell you. We're the Grinch makers in our hometown, because we went to the baby store.
Yeah.
And we were buying stuff for this one that's sold over here. And stuff for ours. And the woman, when we went up to the counter, she's like, are you guys making Grinches again this year? And I was like, actually, yes, right now.
And she said, are you guys on Facebook? Because
I
I found your
Facebook.
Grinches.
Yeah. I'm like, did it look like this Grinch? And it's mine, you know. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, that's us. It was too funny.
Yeah, we're known as the doll makers.
Everyone knows us. And yet they're not afraid.
They
They don't think we're weird when we come into their shop, which is nice. They're not playing nice. They're hitting each other over here.
Oh, I want to show
rude.
you something so bad on my Facebook right now.
No.
But I can't.
You're distracting. Trying to work and she's distracting me over here.
Mm.
Look at that green. Mmm. I can feel the Christmas hate right now. I can already feel it. I chose on purpose to give my Grinches a very flat skin tone. They're not really mottled. I mean, there is some variation in the skin tone just because of how I paint them, but I don't feel like the Grinch really has mottling.
No, because the original Grinch was all fur.
Yeah. But I mean, where he has actual skin, I don't feel like mottling is really a Grinch thing.
Yeah.
I think that's more of a human thing. Plus, the fun thing about making creatures, even when they're inspired by stories, is you kind of get to do what you want to do. You get to do the character how you see them. But I tried to stay with the like facial structure and the coloring. I tried to stay close to the original Grinch. I do like the Jim Carrey version. I think Jim Carrey's a really cool actor. But I'm very partial to the original Grinch.
Yes.
Let me set this arm here.
It's like, nope.
Play nice.
Nope.
Where's the other stand?
Oh, let me get it.
There's too much going on. I was going to say in my Grinch video, I was trying to find a nice word for anal retentive, because that is how I am. Like, I'm very anal retentive about the creases. Like, everything has to be perfect. I don't like messy creases. I don't like paint stuck in the creases. Like, I'm very... There's no other word. I mean, anal is the only word.
I thought my word crazy was nice.
Crazy is not a nice word.
It's better than anal.
Well, but it doesn't come across the same. Like, everybody knows what anal means. I'm very particular. Maybe that is a better word, particular. Like, I will go over a limb 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that it looks the way I want and isn't messy, sloppy looking. Because that is, like, as a collector, one of my worst nightmares. And I think if you're going to be an artist, you should be a collector first. So you know what you like and what not to do. Because everyone, no matter when you started out in this hobby, everyone's gotten a bad baby. I mean, everyone.
I have, yeah. The bad baby is what inspired me to start painting. I'm like, I could do this.
My very first Reborn, which no one saw, because I didn't really know what box openings were at the time. And I'm glad no one saw it, because it was really bad. I didn't know what to look for. I didn't know what I was doing. And I just bought this $100-some Reborn on eBay. And it was so bad. It was so bad. It looked good in the pictures. But when I got it, it was so bad. And I was really upset, because it was my first one. And I thought, okay, if this is how this hobby's going to be, where I'm going to get really excited for these dolls and they're going to come to me and look like that, I was like, this is not going to work for me. But luckily, even though the lady did not take refunds, she did end up taking one for me. So I got my money back. But, I was so, like, sad. Because I was all excited for this.
Well, you wait for them, and then...
Yeah.
If they're not... You know, I mean, some things are not a big deal. But then you get something, and it's like, you know... Yeah, I don't even need to say anything. You guys know.
Everybody knows, yeah.
Sometimes you get that doll, and it's like, whoa, no.
I was lucky after that with babies, but I also tend to like find an artist that I really like and stick with that artist when I'm not making them myself, you know. That way I know this is what I like and they know what I like, and
right.
I think that happens with a lot of people. They find their person that they prefer and that's who they go to. See, I even take, this is how particular I am. I even take a little brush and go into these little creases that look like they've got crap in them. Too much paint. Like, that just drives me nuts. Like, that's my Reborn pet peeve, I guess, when the creases are messy. Like,
oh my gosh.
Don't do it.
You've not heard the wrath of a messy crease, guys.
She's painted babies for me before, and I'm like, no.
She's like, how could you bake it with that face. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, what? I don't see anything in the
Well,
crease.
okay, to be fair though, you do need glasses.
Yeah.
No, I can't I can't stand it. Especially when it's like this color green, or when it's yellow, or when it's blue, when you're neutralizing, no. Can't deal. It drives me nuts.
So Lexi is a great artist for everyone who likes very pretty, neat creases.
Well, I mean, what I think it is I think some people, they're good artists, but they're not concentrated on that. They're just going, with their vision, and they just go, and they don't see that. But I see that, I think, because as a collector, that's something that I really hate.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that to someone else. Because once you get a messy crease, man, it's hard to get that out, especially if you don't notice it right away.
Yeah.
It's hard. So because I'm so particular with my own babies, I really try to be the same.
Particular with everyone's. Yeah.
And very technically, particular. More so than, whimsical, fun,
Yeah.
Like, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. And so you started making reborns because of a bad reborn?
Yeah, because I got a reborn off eBay. I didn't know what they were, really. I got a reborn off eBay, and it came to me, and I was like, this doesn't look really like it did in the photos, It was, more gray and, just messy looking, and I'm like, And so, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to try again. So I got another reborn, and this one, I'm not going to name the artist, but it was from a well-known artist, and I got that reborn, and I, looked at it, and I'm like, it wasn't weighted in the stomach at all. So just the limbs and head was weighted, and so when I picked it up out of the box, literally, guys, it folded in half.
I remember this story. I was laughing so hard the first time.
And so I was just about to leave for work, and I'm like, I was so disappointed. And, now I would have, just reweighted it myself, put weighting in, but I didn't know about any of that. So what I did was, I took scissors, okay, and I cut the body off of
my goodness.
And then I looked at the pieces, and I'm like, I could do this. And so I ordered my own stuff, and I started doing it. But I did tell my partner at the time, I said, this is what a bad baby looks like, okay?
If it looks like this when I'm
Please
done.
tell me, because, I showed her the hair, I'm like, it's not supposed to be pluggy, okay? It's not supposed to be like this. So if I'm doing it, and it looks like this, I need you to tell me.
Well, and that's the other thing about this art, is you have to be able to be self-critical. You got to look at it and go, either I need to do that better, or that's not worth as much money because, I'm not as experienced. Or sometimes you need to be able to look at it and go, I really wanted that to be, in our case, if you make monsters, I really wanted that to be a zombie. But, and Bean has talked about this too. I really wanted it to be a zombie, but it wants to be a pixie or whatever. You have to know, sometimes it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
And it's better to not force it. I prefer to think of it as the kit tells you what it wants to be.
Yeah.
Like Seven, who you have now.
Yeah.
I can't believe he made it back to our house. That's so cool. But he was supposed to be the girl version of the Mad Hatter, the Mad Hattress. And he wanted to be a zombie. And I was not planning on making a zombie, but that's what he wanted to be. So I was like, all right, boy. I'll give you what you want, because that's the kind of reborn parent I am.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably the kind of regular parent I'd be too. All right.
All right, you want to be a zombie for school? Okay.
Okay, you can be a zombie. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed painting with us. I'm sorry I can't get closer to the camera, but I have all this stuff in front of me. And I have a wedge stuck to me. I really wish it showed that green. I'll try to find a better camera angle for next time we do this. But it was fun. I like painting.
It was happy chatting with you.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to talk about why I became an artist. I became an artist because I wanted to do giveaways and because I wanted to be able to fix things for people, which is sort of what I've done a little bit. I wanted to be able to do babies for my friends. I wanted to be able to do babies for me. That was a big, I'm not even going to lie, that was a big motivator. Like, I don't want to pay for these because they're expensive. I want to learn how to do it myself. So that was a big motivator. And then wanting to do giveaways and wanting to, like,
Yeah.
I saw my friends getting really bad babies, getting scammed, getting whatever, and that really upset me. And I couldn't do anything about it, you know? And now I can do something about it. Even if it's not a scam and it's just helping someone, we have a skill as Reborn artists that we can help people. And I think it's great to make money, and that's awesome. But if you're not using your gift or your talent or your skill to help people, at least on occasion, then I think you're wasting that gift.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it. It's just my personal feelings. I'm not saying anybody else has to feel the same way. But that's part of why I got into it too, was that I wanted to be able to fix things for people when they go wrong.
Yes.
And maybe I shouldn't feel that way because I have been taken advantage of a lot. But every time I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore when someone screws me over. But you can't let someone else, like, change who you are as a person. So, anyway, bye, guys.
Bye.